Huh? You're one of Namira's faithful now. No. This coven has existed for thousands of years. Namira is a goddess. She has been worshipped since time began. I'm honored to be leading the latest generation of Namira's faithful, those who have embraced what they are. Why, of course, champion of Namira. Evermore was mourning the loss of its crown prince, while the king fell ill in his grief. And already the nobles were plotting to play kingmakers. In the beginning, not at all. But eventually, one of the nobles would bring the army of North Point to the gates of Evermore, having sold his daughter to North Point's king. The siege that followed would last a year, and the walls we once desperately sought for our protection would turn out to be a death trap. And they did exactly that. The attackers were kept outside, and we were safe from the soldiers' blades. But just as they barred the attackers, they confined the civilians within, with dwindling food supplies. Each day, rations grew smaller. In my dreams, I still see the panic in the streets, the fights that erupted over a single loaf of bread. As weeks dragged on, hunger became a constant, gnawing ache. The people's eyes, once bright, turned hollow. A man can survive without wealth, loved ones, faith, even dignity, but never without food. My neighbors, once smiling, friendly faces, had shed their masks and become wolves scouring for food. With no one to trust, I clung to those closest to me. My parents, despite their meager affection, were my only shield. It was then I overheard their whispers. They planned to trade their daughter for the neighbor's boy. We weighed about the same. It would be a fair exchange, more bearable for their souls. I had learned that unless I saved myself, no one would pity me. Not my parents, not the gods, and most certainly not Namira. I would be forgotten by all, even by those who offered me away. So, I stole a knife from a neighbor, and on the eve of the planned exchange, I drove it into their throats. Then this hunger, it set in. For so long I had denied it. For so long I had hated those who would gladly let me die for their own comfort. And now, for the first time, they had fed me well. The void in my body was finally filled. We've had too long a conversation. Maybe we can continue this topic another time, champion.
Let's get going then.
I suppose being married means teasing other men is out of the question? What about getting free drinks?